Danielle joins us. Let's look back 24 hours. All the talk was of this massive storm moving through Alberta, and boy, things have changed since then.
Yeah, thankfully, yes. This was an exceptional cell, scary to say the least, and really the most impressive thing with this one, and I have a graphic to show this, it tracked almost 600 kilometers from just east of High River all the way off into Saskatchewan as a supercell. So it was a long-lasting one, which is very impressive. The maximum wind gusts, and again, here's some things that we know so far. We have the Northern Hail Project, Northern Tornado Project, going out to investigate Environment and Climate Change Canada as well. So we'll find out more down the road here. But at this point, 150 pretty much km/h gusts in Atlee. And Atlee is basically between Bassano and Empress, where the storm was tracking, and at what we know at least is golf ball sized hail. So it was an impressive system. It was a scary one, and thankfully it's gone and out of the way. And you can see that system to the north of us, that is not moving in. We have high pressure building in, so that's going to redirect that right off into Saskatchewan, and we don't have to deal with it at all. In fact, we are looking at about a 10-day stretch of stable weather, which is pretty phenomenal. 20 degrees, so it's a little on the cooler side, a couple degrees below normal on average in southern Alberta. Calgary included in that, but we will slowly climb and it will get quite hot in the coming days. All right.
So Danielle, when I was out earlier this afternoon, I swear there wasn't a single cloud in the sky. It was absolutely beautiful, and this is just the beginning of a 10-day stretch. Yeah, it looks like this ridge of high pressure will be stable right over us for about 10 days, and that delivers this, what you see right here from our live shot, Skywatch weather camera. Yes, nothing but sun and blue sky. Now, I will say the temperatures are cooler. So the cold front that swiped through, which did cause a lot of damage with the storm it created, it did snap the heat. So there was excessive heat and heat warnings in place in the southeast corner of the province, and that is completely different now. So we're in those low 20s for most communities, and then that stretch from Pincher Creek, Lethbridge over to Medicine Hat, more like the mid-20s for today and right now. When we look at how quiet it is in the south, yes, it will remain that way. That's the good news for us, because this system and the ridge of high pressure will redirect that up and around into Saskatchewan and off to the east, and we're just going to be getting the sunshine. So here's a look at that system, and you can see that build in, and that's going to send that system off to the east, and we're just going to get the bright skies, and temperatures will climb. After a couple of days of temperatures being around normal, we will certainly get back into the heat again in all communities in southern Alberta. Okay, just to play through the futurecast here, and not a whole lot to talk about. You can see that system track up around and through northern Alberta and then down through to Saskatchewan, but we're not going to be dealing with that here. In fact, we likely won't even see a lot of cloud cover, maybe a bit on Sunday, maybe a bit on Tuesday. This is a look at that longer range forecast. So 21 degrees for tomorrow, 23 for Saturday. That's around where we should be. 22 is normal for this time of year. We'll get above normal by Sunday, those mid-20s, and then Monday, Tuesday, and I'm going to show you that longer range trend here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday of next week. Again, lots of sunshine and stable, and temperatures by then in those high 20s. Okay, between blue sky, sunshine, and electronic dance music, everyone's in a great mood. Right? That's going to be so fun. Yes. Oh, I wish we had tickets to that. Well, we'll have to look into that. Okay, thank you. Yes. Please look into that, Ian. Okay, when we talk about this weather, this will likely make you want to dance, because this is a long stretch now that we're headed into of sunshine, stability, and the temperatures will climb. So if you like the cooler temperatures that's a little below normal, then the next couple days are for you. If you like the hotter stuff, well, then later this week and much of next week is for you. 20 degrees is the current temperature. Today's daytime high 22 is what's normal. We're around normal for tomorrow with bright sunshine, and Saturday and Sunday temperatures start to climb little by little here. So by Sunday, we're into those mid-20s, UV index high, slap on the sunscreen, enjoy the brightness. Ian? All right, thanks very much.
Well, let's bring Danielle in now. You probably have a better sense of the size of this storm, both in sort of scope and strength.
Yeah, this was an exceptional storm, a scary storm to say the least, and very unique things about this one that's very impressive when you're looking at a supercell. Here's what we can confirm so far. So when something like this happens, there's an investigation that goes on afterwards, looking at damage and looking at reports. This is what we know so far, but Environment and Climate Change Canada, along with the Northern Hail Project, Northern Tornado Project, all out there doing a further investigation. So this supercell tracked 600 kilometers. That's a huge, huge distance, and it was intense basically the entire time. It basically started out just to the east of High River and then carried off into Saskatchewan. So a huge path of damage. Maximum wind gusts in Atlee, which is between Bassano and Empress, basically 149 kilometers per hour. And at this point, what we've confirmed is golf ball size hail, but there have been reports of baseball size hail with this one. But of course, that investigation continues. And if we do hear that, I'll keep you posted. At this point, though, now it's quiet, it's calm. This system will be redirected around us, and we are looking at a long stretch of sunshine, and the temperatures will build in the coming days. 20 degrees right now, as you can see by the live shot, a whole lot of sunshine, and it's stable tomorrow as well. Thank goodness. 21 degrees for our high with a lot of sunshine tomorrow as well. Tara?
Thank you, Danielle. Well, Danielle, after that massive storm last night, it sounds like we're heading into a beautiful stretch of weather.
Yes, you are correct. And this isn't just a 2-day stretch or a 3-day stretch. It's looking at like a 10-day stretch of stable weather in southern Alberta, lots of sunshine. If you like the cooler, somewhat cooler temperatures like what we had today, well, then the next couple days are for you. And if you like the heat, well, later this week and much of next week is for you then. 20 degrees is the temperature in Calgary at the moment. 22 is a normal daytime high for this time of year, so we're a little below normal. The winds are relatively calm for the most part. In those lower 20s for Brooks and Medicine Hat, mid-20s for Lethbridge at 24 right now. All right, so yes, smooth sailing for sure. This system does look like it's going to track down, and it's trying to track down, but we have a ridge of high pressure that's making its way up, and that's going to push us up and redirect it around us. So it'll be a Saskatchewan issue and for east of there, but we're not looking at dealing with that here. So here's that ridge of high pressure that we'll be building in, and that's going to make that little low move way off to the east. We likely won't even see any clouds from that even. So I'll give you the futurecast here, the hour by hour, and if you check out southern Alberta, again, there's that system that tracks up and around us, and we don't really have any active weather to talk about in the short term, also in that longer term as well. So looking at your 5-day forecast, your Action Furnace 5-day forecast, 21 degrees for tomorrow, so still about a degree below normal. Then we get just above normal for Saturday with some sunshine. 26 degrees, so those mid-20s for Sunday. And then as we track into Monday and Tuesday, I'm going to show you that 10-day trend to give you the idea here. But we are looking at a lot of heat building in. So by next week, we're going to be in those high 20s for pretty much all of next week. So a lot of heat, a lot of sunshine, UV index high, a lot of stability, which is nice considering the storm that blew through yesterday, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. Ship is so long-lasting is quite simple.
My wife is easy to get along with. I really don't have any problems with her. That's why we've 75 years have lasted.
He's very good to me.
Oh, that's what it is.
Just hang in there.
That's also the advice they say they would share with newlyweds. Just hang in there. That's what
75 years, congratulations.
75,
wow.
Good for them, congratulations. Well, a couple in North Vancouver had a surprise visitor in the middle of the night. It was not a burglar.
I thought it was maybe an eagle or something. And then actually when it kind of turned itself around, I was like, oh my God, it's an owl. You know, which was really surprising and also, you know, pretty lucky to be able to see one up close.
So Sue Cook says the owl flew in through an open balcony door around 3:30 in the morning. The feathered intruder stunned itself because it flew into a mirror, but then it just made itself right at home on the living room couch. She and her husband scrambled to make sure their 2 rabbits were hidden away. That's what they were most worried about. She said they don't keep them in cages, but they'd gone to hide under the bed, so they were fine. They ushered it out onto the balcony, and it flew off into the night.
It does look like it just made himself at home.
Doesn't it? Just sitting there like, this seems cozy. Yeah. This would work.
Nicer spot than the tree.
That's right. An emotional moment for the Chicago Bears backup quarterback. Tyson Bagent signed a new $10 million contract, and he couldn't help but shed a few tears of joy.
Yeah, I think that, you know, a lot of people don't know this, but, you know, my dad is my, he's my right-hand man, and he didn't even have running water until he was in high school. So, yeah, it feels good. I mean, it's certainly a weight off my shoulders and my family's shoulders.
Wow. The Bears general manager says there is not a harder worker in football than that guy there. Here's an interesting note. His dad, Travis, is a world arm wrestling champion.
Wow.
Appreciative. I love to see that.
Yeah,
I love that
fantastic.
guy.
Yeah. Well, a family on vacation at Hilton Head Island in South Carolina got a very up-close peek at not one, but 2 apex predators.
Goodness.
Okay, so the family was eating at a dockside restaurant, and they noticed sharks floating around, but then an alligator floating around with them. They weren't fighting. They were just all hanging out there together.
Playing. Right? That's what they do, huh?
Just chilling.
Seems like an awful place. Where is this?
Yeah, do not go swimming in there, whatever you do.
Do not go there, Danielle. This is basically your worst nightmare.
All of them together.
Yes.
I would not be just peeking off the dock.
No. There was a mom, I heard her in the background of this video, saying to a little kid, no, I have to hold on to you. I have to hold on to you. He was obviously squirming. Kind of scary. Still to come.
Okay, your Skywatch weather camera showing you a beautiful day, a lot of blue sky. It's been bright and will continue to be bright. This is a long-term stretch now, stable weather that will give us some heat, certainly later this week and for much of next week. Not heat right now, though. 20 degrees is the temperature, so it's a little below normal. Normal is 22 degrees for this time of year. And check out what's happening across the country. We're those low 20s in much of BC, in through Alberta, just 19 in Edmonton for the high today. And Regina's cooled off now to 25 degrees. And in those mid-20s in through Ottawa, Montreal, Fredericton, they have a problem coming up here. So this is Hurricane Erin. Right now a Category 2 hurricane, but when it gets into Canadian waters, looking more at a Category 1. Now this should remain well offshore, but also could still cause some really strong rip currents and really damaging waves, so and riptides. So this is going to be one for the weekend for Atlantic Canada. Whereas here for the weekend, nothing. We have ridge of high pressure building in. That's going to push this up and away. Your Action Furnace 24-hour forecast. Action Furnace fixed rider, it's free. And you are looking at just quiet, I mean cool, 7 degrees overnight, and at 8 a.m. just 10 degrees, getting up to 21 in the afternoon hours, but again, a whole lot of sunshine. UV index will start to be on that higher level. All right, Kamloops and Kelowna into the 30s for tomorrow. Edmonton will finally get back into the 20s tomorrow, and lower 20s mainly in through these areas, as you can see here, and further to the south as well, except Medicine Hat will be one of the warmer spots at 24 with sunshine. Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. That is going to be such a beautiful night for a football game, because we're just heading into this gorgeous, long, hot, sunny stretch.
And let's be honest, we haven't had this gorgeous, long, hot, sunny stretch really at all this summer.
No.
You know, a 10-day one, I mean, there may be a little bit of instability by after the weekend, but it doesn't look like it at all. 21 degrees for tomorrow, a lot of sunshine, so a little bit slightly on the cooler side, but if you like the hotter temps, oh, don't worry, we've got that for you too. Mid-20s by Sunday, and much of next week will be in those high 20s. Okay, weather window brought to you by Lux Windows and Doors, crafting quality windows and doors for your style, budget, Alberta's climate. And clearly I didn't save this right because this is a little stretched out, but it's a really cool picture from Val Moore. And this is Cowboy Trail. And we had amazing pictures from our viewers with regards to the storm that passed through. So luckily no storms in the forecast.
Yeah, I bet you did. I'm sure it was hard to pick just one.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
We won't be seeing that for a while.
No.
Thanks for your company tonight. Have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow.